biggest game out this year, right? Let's look through some of these heroes and see if any of them seem interesting. First up, we've got the strategist class, Adam Warlock, looking very good, very cool design. I'm a big fan of these types of, extra worked kind of mech vibes. I really like them. Now, genetically engineered Adam Warlock wields mighty quantum magic, which is, I'll be honest, I think it's a new thing, the quantum magic. I don't remember that being his original power. He basically just had energy manipulation and, was like strong, fast, and all that kind of stuff back in the OG Jim Starlin days. Anyway, nowadays, he wields mighty quantum magic, allowing him to connect and heal souls with a gentle touch. When the time comes for his allies to unite, Warlock emerges as the unwavering epicenter of cosmic justice. Again, I really like this. I really like this design. I think it's really pretty cool. It's maybe a bit busy for like a comic book. I would hate to have to draw this guy in, every panel. There's a lot of line work going on, but for a character model in a video game, you can do that. You can make these, lots of details. You just make one texture and it's done. And then you just map it and it's, it's good to go. Now let's take a gander at his abilities. First up, let's look at his base stats. His base stats, health 250, totally standard. That's the floor for, I think, every hero in Marvel Rivals. Movement speed 6 meters per second, also baseline. I think everyone has at least 6 meters per second, which is, so guy's not especially fast, not especially tough. He's not meant to be, though. Alright, your normal attack, quantum magic. Launch quantum energy to deal damage. You've got a single cast, direct hit, so it's, 55 damage per round. Damage fall off begins at 20 meters, decreasing to 50% at 40 meters. So really, to me, 20 meters seems pretty close. So this seems like a fairly up close and personal hero, although, I haven't played yet, so it remains to be seen if we've got a bunch of like super melee focused characters, in which case, okay, even 20 meters, being optimal range is better than nothing. Now the fire rate is 2 rounds per second. That's pretty good, is it? Yeah, it feels pretty good. 15 ammo. Critical hit, possibles, yes, okay. Now, if I have quantum magic, do I have ammunition? Do I need a reload? Do I need a recharge? I don't know. I get it, it's a gameplay mechanic. Kinda meh for me. Alright. Now our first ability is Karmic Revival. Awaken the karma of allies to revive them. Allies revived have lower health, but enjoy a brief period of invincibility. Now, I wonder what they mean by lower health. Does it mean you don't, heal them up to full health? Or do they actually have just like a, straight up constantly lowered health? So instead of having, their max health of 250, they have a health of, 125 or something like that. I don't know. Tell me in the comments. I am unsure. Alright, now the casting persistent spell field that surrounds the caster. Very good. Revive allies within range centered on Adam. Continuously monitor for fallen allies allies within this range. If they enter the area, they can be revived at the casting location. Okay, that's a good special effect. Health upon revival 100. Okay, I wasn't sure if they were going to tell me, and I have to farm for engagement by asking stupid questions. All right, but health upon revival. So obviously, I would imagine you can then heal up back to full health if you've got a healer on your team. Range 30-meter spherical radius. Duration's 10 seconds. Energy cost 5,000. 5,000 seems high. I don't know what it doesn't tell me what my full, amount of energy is, but 5,000 seems like a lot. All right, your shift ability. Soul Bond. Forge a soul bond with allies, granting healing over time and distributing damage taken across the bond. Ooh, interesting. All right, instant cast. Very nice. The special effect, Adam Warlock will share a portion of the damage sustained by linked allies. If Adam Warlock sustains damage that would KO him due to the link, then the link will be broken, and he will retain 1 health. Ooh, okay, very nice. It's got a little bit of an invincibility effect. Probably not its intended focus, but it's there, which is very nice. The link will also break once enough damage is sustained. If Adam Warlock or the linked ally leave the link's range, or after a certain length of time has passed. So really, once you cast this, I would imagine you do want to group up. I would imagine you do want to group, or at least, not leave the range. You want to keep it up. I'm not sure if once this is on, if you leave the range and then re-enter, if the link reestablishes and the healing reestablishes, or if it's gone, you're gone. The healing amount is 10 per second. So, and then it's a 6-second duration, so your full healing amount would be 60, which is, a little bit more than 1/5 of your total health. Not really your best healer by any stretch. I feel like this is more slightly like defensive healing. And your range is 15 meters. So, again, 15 meters. We've got a 20-meter, damage fall. So it seems like that seems like you want to stay pretty close. You want to stay pretty bunched up. Your E, Avatar Life Stream. Target an ally for a bouncing stream of healing energy, which also heals himself upon casting. Self-targets if no ally is selected. Alright, now this is a targeted casting. The special effects is bouncing target. Does not include Adam Warlock. Okay, so again, this character feels like you really want to be bunched up. You want to be, if you're within this 30 meters, you can be revived. If you're within 15 meters, you can be healing over time. If you're bunched up here, you can do a bouncing stream of this stuff. Again, number of bounces, 2, 20-meter radius. So if you've got Adam Warlock, I am not a competitive multiplayer hero shooter type guy. I might play Marvel Rivals if everybody says it's awesome and you want me to. But this feels like you want to be bunched up. This feels like you want to be pretty bunched up, which probably in some modes is super, super, super good, and in other modes is probably a huge liability. Alright, now the healing amount, 95. Almost half your life, so that's pretty good. Healing amount self, 35. Nothing to scoff at, but you really don't want to be using this just to heal yourself. And number of bounces, 2. So, this is, what? So that's potentially 3, 1, bounce, that's 3. 3 allies getting healed almost half their health. That's pretty good. Cooldown, 2 charges, with each taking 6 seconds to recharge. So it seems like you could then do this twice and basically heal, pretty close to full health for the lower health people. Alrighty, Cosmic Cluster is your right trigger. Right click. Gather quantum energy into a cluster and then swiftly launch it at the enemy. The casting is a charged release with multiple delayed projectiles. 38 damage as opposed to 55 for your normal, so actually less. Maximum projectile count 5. So obviously a little bit less than 200. Yes, so a little bit less than 200 if all projectiles hit. The firing interval for a single charge shot is 0.3 seconds, while the interval for multiple shots is 0.07 seconds. So pretty fast. Projectile speed 100 meters per second, so you're likely not going to dodge this. And then the special effect is Cosmic Cluster shares ammo with quantum magic. Ooh, okay, so this is where the ammo stuff gets in there. You really do need to kind of mind your ammo. Alright, and your passive for Adam Warlock is Regenerative Cocoon. Once his body perishes, Adam Warlock can freely move as a soul and reforge his body at a chosen spot. So this plus the soul bond, that's kind of like a double revive, basically, so you can get killed twice, essentially, potentially, as Adam Warlock and still come back and get back in the fight, which is pretty good. But again, alright, now the team-up ability, Soul Perseverance, passive. Adam Warlock enhances the rebirth of Star-Lord and Mantis, granting them the power of cocooned revival. Interesting. And the team-up bonus 15% healing boost. Now, this is the description, granting them the power of cocoon revival. Does that mean that these guys actually get this ability as well? My guess is no. But my guess is they just get, it's just a 15% healing boost if you get, Star-Lord and Mantis on your team. But I don't know. Again, stupid questions, farm engagement. Let me know in the comments. Alrighty. Those are all of the abilities. And now, the lore of Adam Warlock for Marvel Rivals. I'm not going to say that this is the, be-all end-all lore for Adam Warlock in general. Just the lore for this game. I do know the lore of Adam Warlock quite well. I read all of his original comics. And as I said, Jim Starlin, great guy, really like him. Only guy who can write Thanos correctly, in my opinion. Alright, Adam Warlock, the lore. Adam Warlock was created to be the perfect specimen, able to manipulate powerful cosmic forces. He represents the full potential of what we could one day become. True, because he is actually bred by AIM in the original comics. He is like a genetically perfect human. He's not like a space alien like they did in Guardians of the Galaxy. He was bred by AIM, the advanced idea mechanics in the thing, and I think his initial appearance is like sort of like a semi-villain, sort of like Vision, where he's created by bad guys. They think he's gonna be bad, but then he turns out to be good. Until then, he stands alone as a shining golden beacon of all that is good within us. When the time stream entanglement struck, which I'm assuming is particular to the Marvel Rivals continuum, Adam Warlock reflexively shielded himself in a protective cocoon. He loves cocoons. Cocoons. When he emerged, his cosmic senses identified Null's impending threat. Traveling to Clintar, Adam encountered the Guardians of the Galaxy. discovered a power even greater than Null's, Canol's, ready to incinerate the planet, and countless others. Now, I have not been reading comics for a decently long while. The comics that I have read have been old stuff, and I've been rereading them, which, to be honest, feels like the better way to go with the current direction of both Marvel and DC Comics. So, I never read any of the Null, Clintar, Dark King, King in Darkness, however they, Venom stuff. To be honest, maybe the comic's good, but I don't really love the whole idea of, like, they keep introducing, like, these big bads, and they keep saying, like, he's the biggest and the baddest ever, this guy, he's like the number one Venom original primordial symbiote thing, and actually he can eat like Odin, and the living tribunal's nothing compared to him, and all these, like, it's just, no, bro, like, keep your stuff in your lane. I understand that it's a cosmic story you're trying to tell, but rein it in. Rein it in. It's very difficult to tell cosmic Marvel or just comic stories in general when you're going up against those big, like, you know, omniversal, metaversal, megaversal, universal entities, and actually establish the new character that you're making as like a legitimate threat to them. Because, to be honest, just like meta-narratively speaking, those like Eternity, Infinity, Living Tribunal, those are far more established characters, and we like them more because of that. They have a little bit more of a sense of weight to us. So when you bring up some new thing that no one's ever seen, you go, hey, Amatsu Mikoboshi, the Japanese god of darkness, actually, you know what? He is the embodiment of nothingness, and therefore is older than the universe. He's older than the Living Tribunal, and he can just, you know, solo the entire pantheon of, you know, eldritch deities. It's like, no, come on, get out of here. I don't like it. That was the same thing I got from the Null Clintar, like, synopsis that I read. Again, the writing in the actual story itself could potentially change my mind on that stuff, whether it's good, whether it's bad. But just in general, I kind of guess it's not that great. Obviously, it seems, I could be wrong, this could just be, you know, the latest lore in, you know, Adam Warlock in the 616 Marvel Comics universe. My guess is it's specific to the Marvel Rivals universe. Let me know in the comments if you made it this far. With that being said, if you want me to go through all of these characters, I'm happy to do so. It's a decently good series for me. Good luck in all your endeavors. Thank you very much for your time and attention. And I shall say farewell for now.